Hello, Pinky. Good afternoon.
Hello, teacher.
Yes, can you hear me well?
Yes,
Very good. How's everything going with you, Pinky?
it is good and there's no problem.
Wow, that's really a good news. Okay, how's the weather there in your place?
It is cloudy and a little cold.
Wow, it's quite similar here in my place. So anyway, if you can remember last time, we started learning Unit 5 and we ended up in this page. So in here, we were able to know the difference of the usage of the noun and an adjective. So a noun is the name of a person, place, or a thing, or even it could be an emotion too, like a noun. But an adjective is something that we use to describe the noun. Just like fear, that's a noun. Afraid, adjective. Anger, happiness, jealousy, sadness, they are all nouns. Whereas angry, happy, jealous, and sad, they are all adjectives, and we use them to describe how we feel. Okay. So this time, I think this is actually done, right?
Yes.
Oh. So where did we end last time? Because it says in here June, what? October 3. Give me a second, Pinky. Yeah, October 3, we ended up with starting off. How about with the listening part? Yeah, it says in my recording that we ended up in here. Yeah, so I think we ended up in here, Pinky. So for this time, we will just continue with um maybe with the listing part to be safe, because I am sure that we've finished the following activities after the starting off. So this is listening part two. So this time, you are just going to match the feelings from the box with its definition. So number one, this is an example. So I will just read the definition and you tell me the feeling. Okay, like number one, feeling or showing thanks. That is being grateful. What about to number two, Pinky? This means unhappy because something wasn't as good as you hoped or didn't happen.
Uh, Number two is disappointed.
Very good. Okay, what about three? Worried about something that will or might happen.
Number three is nervous.
Nervous. Okay. Four, sure that you can do something well.
Confident.
Very good. Okay, feeling ashamed or shy.
Embarrassed.
That's right. And lastly, unhappy because something is not interesting or you've got nothing to do.
Bored.
Bored. Very good, Pinky. Okay, so this time, let's look at the exam task below. So you just have to underline the keywords in the question from 1 to 6. So here are the directions. First, you are going to read each question for us to understand what the situation is all about. Then you decide what you have to listen. Is it a feeling? Is it a feeling or it is an opinion? So by the way, when we say feeling, it has something to do with our emotion, and and an opinion is just an idea, and an opinion is not true. I in when we say opinion, um there is no such thing as right or wrong, because everyone has its own opinion and they are free to share their opinion. And opinion is also differentiated. Like your opinion might be different from my opinion or vice versa. Okay. And you can also change your mind, Pinky, about an answer when you listen again. Like, for example, in number one, you will hear a young woman talking about taking part in a singing contest. After she finished singing, she felt blank. Okay, so what are the keywords in here? So we have a young woman, okay, taking part in a singing contest. So she felt something after she finished singing. So what might be her feeling? Okay, she felt confident about winning the competition. She felt disappointed with her scores. C, embarrassed by her performance. A, B, or C?
Uh, B.
B, let's see. Okay, so um this is disappointed with her scores.
Yes.
Probably letter B or letter C, embarrassed by her performance. Okay, so how about number two? Oh, by the way, I forgot that we also have to decide first whether it is a feeling or an opinion. So if it says in here how a woman felt after a singing contest. So what's that? Is that a feeling or an opinion?
Feeling.
Very good. Okay, number two, you will hear two friends talking about camping. The girl advises the boy to blank. A, pack plenty of food. B, take some warm clothes. Or C, camp close to a lake. So, what is this? A feeling or an opinion? Say that again.
Opinion.
Very good. Why do you say that this is opinion?
Because this is the advice that the girl gives the boy.
Yes, once you are giving an advice, you are giving your own opinion and ideas. Great. Okay, so let's look at question three and four. Number three, you will hear a boy talking to his friend about a literature exam. So, how does he feel? Opinion or feeling?
Feeling.
Very good. What gives you the keywords in here that refers to the feeling?
Talking to his friend about the literature exam and he feels.
Very good. Okay, number four, you will hear a girl telling a friend about studying abroad. Who did she have most fun with? Feeling or opinion?
Opinion.
Opinion. Why, Pinky?
Because the keyword are that studying abroad and who does she have most fun with?
All right. Very good. Yes, because when we say fun, it is a broad term. So there are might be situations which I find it funny, but you don't. So yes, it is about opinion. Okay, great, Pinky. How about number five? So you will hear a boy telling his friend about how he travels to school and why has he decided to go by bike. Opinion or feeling?
Opinion.
Very good. Could you tell me why do you choose that it is opinion?
Because he decided to is like opinion, not feeling.
Yes, okay. Like his explanation about why he has decided to go on a bike will tell his opinion. Very good. Okay, how about number six? You will hear a girl talking to a friend about going shopping and who annoyed her yesterday, feeling or opinion.
Um, uh, Opinion.
Why is that an opinion, Pinky?
Because uh, who annoyed her yesterday?
Yes, okay. So here, a girl shopping and who annoyed the girl yesterday. It is it is kind of mix of an opinion and a feeling. Yes. When the girl would answer the question, who annoyed you yesterday? So it was the people who work in the shop. And why were you annoyed? Because of something that they did. So yeah, it's kind of opinion and sometimes uh, it is mixed. So both feeling and opinion. She is stating the reason why she is annoyed and and also the feeling of being annoyed is there. Okay, so well done, Pinky. So this time, listen to people talking in six different situations. So you can see that there are only two items in here. So we will listen again to the next page. So for each question, you're going to choose the correct answer. Okay, so here it is, Pinky.
Unit 5. Listening, Part 2. Exercise 3.
For each question, choose the correct answer. 1. You will hear a young woman talking about taking part in a singing contest.
What did you think of the judges' scores?
Well, I thought I'd sung pretty well, certainly nothing to be ashamed of. But I must admit, they were lower than I'd expected. I knew then that I had little chance of beating the others, but at least I'd done my best. For me, that's the most important thing.
Yes, definitely. So do you think you'll try again in next year's contest?
Yes, if I can. I might not win, but I think I could do better than this year.
2. You will hear two friends talking about camping.
I'm going camping in the mountains on Friday.
That'll be great fun, especially with the hot weather we're having right now. But the temperatures there can really drop at night, even in summer. You'd better put a jacket and a thick sweater in your backpack instead of lots of things to eat. You can always get a tasty meal in one of the local villages. Where exactly will you be going?
Up by the lake.
It's beautiful there, isn't it? But perhaps it'd be best to put your tent up somewhere else. At this time of year, the mosquitoes there are awful. They never stop biting.
All right. So what is your answer? Did you listen well, Pinky?
Yes.
Very good. Okay, so what is your answer in number 1?
Number 1 is B.
Letter
Unit
B.
5. Listening,
Okay,
Part
so
2.
hold on.
Exercise 3.
Let's see. Oh, okay. So I will just take note of your answer. So number 1 is letter B. How about number 2?
Number 2 is B.
B. All right. So let's listen to number 3 and 4. Then choose the correct answer too. Here it is, Pinky.
3. You will hear a boy talking to his friend about a literature exam.
You've got that literature exam next week, haven't you? How's the revision going?
I thought I'd be getting tired of it by now, but your suggestion that I should watch films of the books we have to study has made it more interesting, and I understand the stories better. Usually, just before an important exam like this one, I feel really worried about what could go wrong on the day. This time's quite different, though.
That's great to hear. I'm sure you'll do really well on Monday morning. Good luck.
4. You will hear a girl telling a friend about studying abroad.
Did you enjoy your month abroad?
Yes, I was in a small town in the countryside. The lessons were good, even though the rest of the class were younger than me and we didn't have much in common. I had a lovely room in the house where I was staying. The couple I was staying with were kind to me, but they had a busy social life and I hardly saw them. So I went to the main square where all the shops and cafes are and made friends there. We had a great time hanging out and chatting.
Okay, so number 3, how does he feel, Pinky?
I think he feels nervous about taking it.
All right. And number 4, who did she have most fun with?
Uh, he had fun with the family he stayed with.
All right. So thank you for your answer. In number 4, the answer is letter B. She had most fun with the people in the town center. Okay, because she mentioned there that um the people that she stayed with are okay, but they were very busy with their job and personal life, so she couldn't socialize with them very well. And she went to the town center and she was able to socialize and hang out with the people in there. Okay, so this time, let's look at with numbers 5 and 6. Then choose the correct answer. Here it is, Pinky.
5. You will hear a boy telling his friend about how he travels to school.
I see you're using your bike every day now instead of coming to school in your mum's car.
Yes, I've been doing that since the beginning of term. Actually, she still goes right past school on her way to work, so it's not about protecting the environment, spending less on petrol or anything like that. It's just that I realised I was spending nearly all my time sitting down, in class and at home, and I thought I'd better do something about it.
That's a good idea. Maybe I should do the same.
6. You will hear a girl talking to a friend about going shopping.
So, how was your shopping trip yesterday? I imagine the city centre's pretty crowded on a Saturday morning at this time of the year.
Yes, there were lots of people walking in the streets, and the department store was full of customers too. I don't mind that, but I wasn't happy about having shop assistants trying to sell me stuff when all I wanted to do was look at things on the shelves. I noticed they were bothering other customers too. If they carry on like that, their shop won't be full much longer.
All right. Did you listen well, Pinky?
Yes, quite good.
Okay. So for number 5, why has he decided to go by bike?
I think they decided to go by bike to get more exercise.
All right. The number 6, who annoyed her yesterday?
People who work in the shop.
Very
5.
good. Okay. So this time, I want you to look at the items in here and we will check your
1.
answers. Oh,
You
hold on.
will hear a young
Okay, so number 1, we have letter B. Very good. You got it right. Then letter B in number 2. That's also correct. Number 3.
3.
This
You will hear a
is,
boy.
okay, letter C. Happy with his friend's advice. The number 4 is letter B. People in the town center. So did you get it all right, Pinky? Especially in number 3? Because I'm sorry, I forgot your answer in number 3. Did you get a correct answer in number 3, Pinky?
No, I choose A.
Okay. So for numbers 3 and 4, you didn't get the correct answer, but that's all right because we still have number 5 and 6. Okay, so
5.
for number 5 and 6,
You will hear a
okay, so your answer is to get more exercise, and number 6, other customers, people who work in the shop, B and A. So let's see. Very good and another very good. So nice, Pinky, because you got a good score, which is 4 out of 6. Not bad. All right. Now this time, let's look at this task. Okay, so here, there are people sometimes who don't say please or thank you. And those personalities of people sometimes annoy other people. Okay, how about you, Pinky? Does it annoy you when you see a person who doesn't know how to say please in asking favor and in saying thank you once somebody did them some favor?
Yes.
Okay, why?
Because they if people who don't say please or thank you to me, I don't express my emotion. Uh, I I just angry. I'm just angry inside because not saying this or thank you to uh me, it uh it means the disrespectful attitude to me, and this this is annoying.
Yeah, so that feels you or that makes you annoyed. Great. Yeah, I also feel the same way because saying please and thank you uh are just basic things to say. Yeah, and it doesn't harm us when we say those words. But I think it has really something to do with the character of a person who never say please or thank you because they sound very bossy. And that is also another thing that makes me annoyed because when they want somebody to do a favor for them, they couldn't even say the word please or even say thank you because they did it because they feel like somebody is entitled to do their wishes. Okay, but anyway, what else makes you feel annoyed, Pinky?
Um, people who uh is the people who try to uh equal to defame people who defame me or tease me. I don't like that because it is annoying and very uh it annoying, and I can't uh accept it.
Hmm. Yes, okay. I understand, Pinky. All right, so thank you so much for sharing that one, Pinky. So now let's move on with our grammar can, could, may, and might. Okay, I think you've already encountered these words. Okay, when can we use can, Pinky?
We use can to uh to tell about some activities that we we are possible to do it. Just like I can swim, I can play games and more.
Very good. So we use this one to express our ability. Nice. How about could?
It just the past simple tense of can.
Nice. Okay, and we can also use them. Can and could are also used in giving permission. Like, for example, can I borrow your pen? Yes, you can. Could you please close the door for me? Oh, sure, I will. Like that. Okay, and how about may and might, Pinky?
Uh, we use um we talk about the likelihood of something happening, but we use may when the likelihood is higher, just like over 50%, and we use might when the likelihood is low, just like below 50%.
Oh, wow, very good. Thank you so much for sharing that one. Okay, so in addition to what you said, we can also use this to ask permission and to give permission. Okay, like, may I borrow your laptop? Yes, you may. Okay, and we can also use might to do a thing that has a possibility that it might happen. It's like there's a probability that it will happen, but it's not for sure. Like that. Okay, so great because you have a background of those words. So in here, just like what I said earlier, we can use can, could, may, and might to talk about ability and inability. So when we say ability, these are the things that we are able to do. We can do it. And inability is the opposite, the things that we cannot do and we don't have the capability to do it. Okay, so in here, we use can or can't, then could and couldn't to talk about ability or inability. So they are actually followed by to, and this to is what we call infinitive. Like, for example, Anna can speak French, but she can't speak Chinese. So what is the ability of Anna? She can speak French. And something that she cannot do is speaking in Chinese. So this refers to the inability of Anna. And we also have here Max. Could you please read this one, Pinky?
Max could walk when he was a year old, but he couldn't talk until he was 2.
Yeah, so what is the ability of Max here?
What?
What is the ability of Max in this sentence?
His ability is walking when he was a year old, and
Very good.
his inability is not is couldn't is talking until he was 2.
Yeah, so she couldn't talk until he was 2 years old. Very good, Pinky. So here, those two examples are what we call affirmative and negative sentences that are combined in one sentence. Okay, this one and this one, we call it affirmative sentence. Okay, by the usage of not, they are all negative sentence. Can, could, may, or might can also be used in asking question. And it is also answerable by a short answer. For example, can Anna speak French? Yes, she can. So we use she because Anna is a girl. Can she speak Chinese? No, she can't. So as you can see that the answers in here are short answers. And it depends to the question too. If the question starts with can, you say, yes, she can. Or you can also say, no, she can't. If the question starts with could, you answer accordingly. So just like could Max walk when he was one? Yes, he could. Could he talk when he was one? No, he couldn't. The only difference with these examples, Pinky, is we use can for present simple question, and we also use could for past simple question. There are some situations that we use could for something that will happen in the future. Like for example, um, could you please uh could you please sign up in advance? Like that. So we use
Mm.
could or can. Can or could, either of the two are fine. Okay, so any question about this one, Pinky?
Yes.
What is your question?
Uh, my question is, can we use can uh, when I make a sentence a condition sentence?
Okay, could you give me a sentence that has a condition using can?
Uh, if I go to school, I can meet my friends. Can I use can in this situation?
Yes, the answer is yes. Okay, so there are so many usage of can. So just like your example, that is also similar to if it rains tomorrow, then we can cancel the picnic, like
Yeah.
that. Okay, so that is a statement that has a condition, and our ability to do something depends on the condition. That is what we call conditional statement. Another example of conditional statement that uses can is if you finish early, you can now go home. Let's, for example, like if you finish the exam early, you can now go home. Can you go home without finishing the exam? No. The condition is if only you finish the exam early, then you can go home. And our ability to do something depends on the condition if we use if into a if we use if in a can sentence. Is that clear, Pinky?
Yeah.
All right. So thank you for that question. So here we also use might, can, or could, and even may to talk about possibility or giving permission. Okay, I want you to look and read.
We use might, may, and could to talk about possibilities in the present or the future. We use can to talk about possibilities in the present but not the future. These modal verbs are followed by the infinitive without to.
Yes. Okay, so what does it mean? What does it mean? How do I say? What do you mean by that? So it means that um the usage of might, may, and could can be used when we are talking about something that might happen in the future, or there is a probability that it might or it will happen in the future, or it even not just in the future, even in the present time. So we can use may. Like for example, yes, you may borrow my laptop. Okay. Like I might go to the market after the class. So there is a possibility that it might happen. Then I can also say like, um, I wish, oh no, um, she could become a great doctor. So I am talking about the future. Okay, and in here, we can use can to talk about possibilities only in the present time, not the future. So for the future tenses, we can just use might and could. Okay, for can, we use it for present possibility only. Then these modal verbs are also followed with the infinitive to. Okay, so there are many examples in here. Like it might be very hot tomorrow. We may go swimming this afternoon. Okay, so there's a possibility that the weather will be very sunny tomorrow because we're using might be. Okay, and we also have here, there could be a storm later this evening. So we are telling somebody that there is a chance that we could experience a stormy weather. And we also have here, it can snow here in April, but it doesn't often happen. Yeah, so there's a possibility that it snows here in April. However, we cannot guarantee that it will always happen because it doesn't often happen in that area. So in here, we also use it to talk about negative possibilities. Okay, we can use may not or might not, or we can, may not or might not, but we cannot use this one.
Yes.
Okay, just like Laura. Could you please read?
Laura is not feeling well, so she may not go to school today. You have
Yes.
to accept that you might not win the lottery this week.
Okay, so as you can see in here, um, only may not and might not are used in talking about negative possibilities. Okay, because when we say possibilities, there is only like, let's say 50% chance that it will happen, 50-50. Okay, but when we say cannot, you are 100% sure that it will not happen. Like for example, Laura is not feeling well. She cannot go to school today. So that means you don't have to expect for Laura coming to school because she's not feeling well. Okay. Or we can also say you have to accept that you couldn't win the lottery this week. Okay. So that is 100% sure that you couldn't win the lottery. So the difference of using cannot and couldn't in a negative sentence is when cannot and couldn't expresses certainty, okay, while may not or might not expresses chance. There it expresses probability that something might happen. Okay. And in here, Pinky, like the form of these verbs never changes. For example, we cannot say he can't or they mightn't. We can just use may I, could I to ask for permission. Okay. So it says in here that it cannot, the subject verb agreement doesn't affect when we are going to use can, could, may, might, couldn't, may not, might not, like that. So it doesn't affect the agreement in the sentence. So for another example, may I sit here? Okay, so you can answer this question. Yes, you may. Yes, and in here we rarely use the short form of might not because it's so weird to say mightn't. No, we don't say that one. So we just say um uh you might not pass the exam. Yeah, just to express a negative possibility. Yeah, we don't say you mightn't. So we've never heard anyone using the contraction of might and not in a sentence. So any question in here, Pinky?
No.
All right. So let's look at the underlines modal verbs for ability and possibility. Then you answer the question. So what are the underlines modal verbs in here? We have can, might not, and could. So which modal verbs is negative, Pinky?
Might not,
Very good. Why is it negative?
because it has not.
That's correct. Okay, where does not go?
Not goes uh after the modal verbs.
Very good. What is the short form of cannot and could not?
The short form of cannot is can't, and the could not is couldn't.
That's right. What form of the verb goes after a modal verb?
Infinitive verb.
Okay, could you give me the example of infinitive verb?
Go, eat, swim, walk.
Infinitive. By the way, when we say infinitive, that is the usage of to. Okay, like after the modal verb, it is actually follow with the main verb. Just like win. Win is an action word. This is a main verb, a main verb. Even do is also a main verb. Infinitive is using to, like this one.
Yeah.
That's infinitive verb. Okay. So very good because you uh you know oh here, this one. The infinitive without to. So what are those verbs that uses the infinitive without to? Just like this one. Win, what else? Like swim, jump, like that. Okay, so in here, Pinky, I want you to underline and correct one mistake in each sentence. Okay, number one, we can go to the cinema next weekend.
Number one, uh, we can go, not weekend to go.
I'll say that again.
We said we can go, not weekend to go.
Oh, yes, very good, Pinky. Okay, how about number two? I know it may seem strange.
It may it may seem, not it may seems.
Okay, can you tell me the correct sentence instead?
The correct sentence is I know it may seem strange.
So no changes?
No, we delete the S of seems.
All right, I understand. So let's look at this one. Very good, that's right. How about number three? Sorry, but tomorrow I'm not can go.
Uh, Sorry, but tomorrow I cannot go.
Nice. Okay, number four, what we could do.
Uh, what could we do?
Nice. Okay, five, we can doing a lot of sports here.
We can do a lot of sports here.
Great job. Six, it could be quite boring for you.
It could be quite boring for you.
Okay, so what's the changes, Pinky?
It not is.
That's right. Okay, then seven, we could meet at 8 o'clock near the cinema.
We could meet at 8 o'clock near the cinema.
Very good. Okay, can you tell me, Pinky, why is it that we're not allowed to say we could met?
Because we can't use the past simple tense after the modal verb.
Yes. So what is the usage of the modal verb could in here? Is it to express a past action, future action, or present action?
Future.
Future, very good. So it contradicts. Okay, we are using could in here to express something that we tend to do in the future, while met is a past action verb. Okay, so perfect for this, Pinky. You got 7 out of 7. Nice. So this time, Pinky, I want you to read the message. Then you complete the rules with the underlined words. Okay, so what are the underlined words? We have couldn't, may, could, can, and might. So look, what are some rules we use?
Uh, we use can to talk about ability in the present and could to talk about ability in the past.
Very good. 2.
We use could, might, or may for possibility in the present or future, with no real difference in meaning.
What's that? Could, might, or may?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. May, might, oh wow, could. I am actually quite confused. Why is it that I understand now. Like, for example, could you please open the door for me? Yes, like that. Okay, so very good, Pinky. How about in here? Choose the correct option in italics by reading the message together with the correct answer.
Hi Lawrence, thanks for your message. I couldn't reply to you earlier because I was in class. I can see you are very busy at the moment, so perhaps it might be better to meet another weekend. It's a shame can't not we can't see each other more often. You are my best friend and I know I can always tell you anything. I uh, couldn't phone you in the next day if you like. Love, Harry.
Yes, I could phone you. Very good, love. Kylie. Wow, perfect, Pinky. Okay, so in here, I want you to think of a place. Then you say what you can and can't do in that place. And I will also guess what the place is all about. So this is like a sort of a game. So there's an example. You can eat ice cream. You cannot arrive late. You can talk during the film. So what is this? It's the cinema. Another example. I could go to the park, but I may. Oh, no, no, no. Let's do number 1 task first.
The place that we can go, uh, we can use phone or read book and or study that without being noisy.
Library.
Yes.
Yes, very good, Pinky. Okay, so we will just call it a night in here. Thank you so much for joining, Pinky, and we'll continue next week. Have a good night, Pinky.
Goodbye,
Bye
teacher. Have
bye.
a good